Valentine's Day, or Saint Valentine's Day, has its roots in the ancient Roman festival of Lupercalia, a fertility celebration on February the 15th. The celebration signified the purification of a city, and thereby giving to its citizens health and fertility. Pope Julius I recast this pagan festival as a Christian feast around 496, declaring February the 14th to be Valentine's Day. The Christian festival was not associated with love until the 14th century, as the famous poet Geoffrey Chaucer, with his poem The Parliament of Fowls, in which the poet talks about watching over a large flock of birds who have gathered to choose their mates. The most important line from the poem goes as follows: "For this was on St. Valentine's Day, where every fowl cometh there to choose his mate." This link between the notions of finding a mate or love on St. Valentine's Day became even more intertwined, as by the 18th century in England, it became an occasion in which love was expressed through presents, cards, and flowers. Now, more than 200 years later, this day has become a cultural landmark in which almost all types of business attempt to cash in on. However, the popularity of Valentine's Day could be in decline, with 2014 census data showing that 50.2% of Americans are single, and a 2011 ONS study showing that 51% of the UK population are single. Even with these statistics, businesses appear to be booming, as up to 54.8% of Americans celebrated the holiday last year, generating up to $19.7 billion for the economy. Ignoring the cold, emotionless business side, we see a day in which people once a year can stop focusing on the day-to-day grind of life and express their love for each other or themselves by crafting new experiences or memories. This is due part and part to more people seeing the day as a potential for the celebration of all types of love. For example, self-love, as 14% of women buy flowers for themselves on Valentine's Day. Breaking down consumer spending, we can see that products haven't changed much from their 18th century traditions, as candy is still the most given gift, given 47% of the time. The second most gifted item are flowers, at 48%, with the average price of a dozen roses coming to $42. Therefore, it's far from surprising that 123,000 people are employed by florists nationwide, on average having to prepare 198 million roses for purchase on Valentine's Day alone, making it the second biggest holiday for florists next to Mother's Day, covering for 24% of sales. However, even with the $1.96 billion being spent on flowers, it doesn't even come close to meeting the real juggernaut of expenditure on Valentine's. Jewelry, making $4.5 billion in the US, with the average US citizen spending $166, thereby helping to maintain and sustain 27,000 jewelry stores nationwide. The reason why this holiday is such a cash cow for most businesses is because marriage proposals are more likely to occur on Valentine's Day than any other day. A study of 10,000 people found that women were more likely to say yes if proposed to on Valentine's Day. On top of that, 53% of women said that they would end their relationships if they didn't receive anything on Valentine's Day. This survey also showed that 59% of men don't believe in Valentine's Day, and of the 41% who do believe in the day, 25% of them felt that after spending double the amount of money on gifts on average, that they deserve some kind of reward. However, with 11,000 children being conceived on Valentine's Day, this might have some truth to it. Women seemed more caring, with 51% saying that the day was about showing how much you loved your partner. Men's clear apathy, compared to women, could be linked to social or physiological aspects that lead them away from romance and towards sex as the prime goal. The revolution of technology has changed the way in which people find love or relationships. With 904 dating service establishments in America, we can see there's a clear desire for people not wanting to be alone. So even quick hookup applications such as Tinder see a rise of 7.6% in matches and an increase in messages by 5.2% on Valentine's Day. Now, what would these potential partners like to spend their Valentine's Day doing? 39% said they would love the gift of experience, and this seems to be backed up by the $4.4 billion being spent on experiences last year. Due to the internet's almost infinite number of options, it can be quite daunting to pick a place to go out to eat or to stay with a significant other, especially when most people don't book until a short period of time in advance, seen as clicks on Bing.com peak the day before Valentine's Day. So thankfully someone's made a website called Wallet Hub that ranks places on different criteria such as budget rank, activities rank, gift accessibilities rank, and weather forecast rank, to help make the correct decisions, taking into account all the different factors. Sadly, not everyone feels this holiday represents them, and some even believes it contains more sinister notions of excess, rather than as an intended notions of love for fellow humans. After reading through various forums, you seem to see that non-westernized countries without the core of individualism seem to reject or have aversion to this holiday. Some Indians feel that it goes against their collective belief systems by almost bypassing the values it states to possess. Normally these types of thought are kept to online discussions. However, last week, Pakistani courts issued a nationwide ban on Valentine's Day. To do this, it prohibits adverts and the sale of goods. Sadly, a lot of markets state that this holiday has benefited their business massively. The reason for this ban was it was suggested to be against the teachings of Islam, and it could also be poisoning communities with Western ideals. Other people who are against Valentine's Day are a new Marxist Japanese group called Members of Kaido, or the Revolutionary Alliance of Men that Women Find Unattractive. They rallied to protest public kissing during the holiday, as it truly hurt their feelings. And they also claimed it was a capitalistic holiday with no merit. Australia, Malaysia, and Singapore have been told to beware the growth of online love scams, as it has been known to cost more than cheating and hits people who are 45 or older the hardest. Overall, since the 18th century, Valentine's Day has attempted to celebrate love, even though the only avenue to showcase this love is through the purchase of goods or services. It still has the ability to strengthen or forge actual bonds between people, allowing them to focus on someone other than themselves, even if just for a day. On top of this, the benefit that Valentine's Day has on the economy is monumental. No matter how sad to some people it may seem, the economy and society are intertwined, so a thriving economy can lead to a thriving society, at least in theory. If this video has taught you anything, it's that Valentine's Day in any form won't be going anywhere anytime soon. But what do you think? Please leave your comments below. Subscribe for more content, hopefully weekly. And here's a link to my Patreon. This video took me ages to make, and hopefully you've really enjoyed it. I know it's come out a week late and Valentine's Day is basically over and no one's going to see this, but either way I enjoyed it, and hopefully we're going to make more of these. So, thank you for watching, and goodbye.